Hey everybody, welcome to Topher Learns How. Today I'm going to be learning about Termageddon. And I have a guest. I have two guests today, as you can see. Tell me both your names.
Sure. Hi. So my name is Donata Strang-Skillrud, and this is Dora. So she
Excellent.
supervises most of my calls to make sure I'm doing a good job.
All right. And what does Dora do in the company?
So
Just
Dora,
that?
she catches mice. She
Mhm.
also brings in mice inside. Got the memo that they're supposed to be outside,
Of
and she
course.
watches over our calls and judges us, and make sure that we have enough money to pay for cat food.
All right. Excellent. And what do you do there?
So I'm the president of Termageddon and also the legal engineer behind the product. So I'm the one who comes up with all of the questions used that we ask to generate your policies, all the answer options, and the thousands and thousands of text variations that we have.
Yeah.
And I also help keep your policies up to date. So I track legislation, privacy bills, any bills affecting like contracts or website terms of service. And then I make sure that your policies are updated accordingly.
That all sounds horrible. Thank you for doing that, so I don't have to.
I actually really enjoy it.
Good.
I do a lot of stuff at Termageddon, so I'll do like RHR, I'll do customer support, or answer customer questions, and the engineering part is definitely my favorite part of my job.
All right. So at its basic, most basic, what is Termageddon and who wants to use it?
Yeah, so we're a auto-updating website policy solution. So we create privacy policies, terms of service, disclaimers, and user license agreements, cookie policies, and then the cookie consent solution. And we keep those up to date with changing legislation. So whenever there's new laws, we send you an email letting you know that there's something new affecting your website, and we update your policies accordingly. And in terms of who uses our service, primarily we have small business customers. So, anywhere from a one-person shop to people who shoot rockets up into space. Really, anybody that has a website that collects personal information needs these policies. So we service a
Okay.
lot of very different industries. So coaches and people who sell goods or services online, accountants, lawyers, anybody like that. It's probably easier to say who we don't service. So we don't
Okay.
service websites who need HIPAA compliance. So if you're collecting protected health
Oh, yeah.
information directly through your site and not through like a patient portal, if you offer financial services such as loans or like credit cards, if your website specifically targets children, or if you have a government site, we don't service those. But other than that, our clients span all kinds of industries.
Okay. Um, does a blogger need it?
Yeah, so it really depends on whether or not your website's collecting personal information. So a lot of blogs do. A lot of blogs have an email newsletter subscription form that collects names
Mm-hmm.
and emails, which are personal information. Or maybe you have a contact page, or maybe you have analytics on your site or ads. A lot of blogs also have affiliate links. So if you have that, your affiliate program will most likely require you to have a disclaimer saying that you're going to make money off of this. It really
Right.
depends on the nature of your blog and the features that you have. But most blogs do have features that would require website policies, yes.
Okay. Um, how can someone know? Like, I'm not thinking about business owners. I mean, they probably know they have to do legal stuff. But for the average blogger, is there is there an online form they can fill out to say I do this, I don't do that, do I need this?
Yeah, so as part of our process, we have a policy identifier that helps you figure out what policies you actually need on your site. So you can
Okay.
select things like I have affiliate links or I'm using copyrighted material without permission. So for example, let's say you have a blog where you're talking about your favorite movies or something like that, and you have a
Mm-hmm.
movie poster at the beginning of your blog. that's copyrighted material. You might not necessarily have the permission of the copyright owner to put that on your blog, but you're using it for criticism, or you're using it for educational purposes or things like that. So you are allowed to
Okay.
use it in certain circumstances. So you just read through those questions on the policy identifier and you select, yes, I do this, or no, I don't do this. And then it will actually tell you what policies you need.
Can you do that before signing up?
No, it's part of the policy generation process with us.
Okay.
But I guess I can just tell you the factors real quick, if that
Sure.
helps. So for the privacy policy, you want to see whether your website has any features that collect personal information. So contact forms, newsletter subscription forms, account creation forms, or behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes, if you have things like analytics, Google, ads, if you have like the metapixel or something like that, maybe you have reCAPTCHA. These features are very, very common. For the
Right.
terms of service, we recommend that for any website that wants to protect themselves. So it basically ensures that people know that the materials on your site are your property. They can't copy and paste your images or your site content. Do you have e-commerce on your site? Do you have links to third-party websites on your site? All of those things would qualify for the terms of service. For the ELA, it's selling packaged software on your site. I'm going to guess that most bloggers don't do that, so probably don't need to
Right.
worry about it. For the disclaimer, copyrighted material, like we talked about, providing affiliate links, providing health or fitness tips, providing financial advice, providing testimonials, things like that. And then lastly, for the cookie policy and consent tool, that one's a little bit more complicated because there's only certain laws that require you to have that. But really, you should start thinking about that if you have any trackers on your site.
Okay. Um, on sites that do not use Termageddon, I occasionally see a privacy policy or something like that that was written in 2011 and nobody thought about it again.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that the majority of the internet is not doing this right?
I would say so, yes. We definitely see a lot of people who make a lot of mistakes with this. So, for example, we see a
Okay.
lot of banners that just have an accept button and not a decline button. Or it says
Oh, yes.
by
Hate
using
that.
the site, yeah, by using the site, we're assuming that you're okay with cookies. That's not actually obtaining proper consent. So we
Yeah.
see that mistake a lot. And we also see a lot of policies that are extremely outdated. Great example, we have two privacy laws going into effect January 1st, 2026, one of which does apply to small businesses, so businesses of any size. And there's been a lot of updates since 2011. We've had a lot of
Yeah.
privacy laws going into effect affecting small businesses. We've had a lot of privacy laws change. So even if your policy was compliant with that law at that time, that doesn't mean it's compliant now because laws change as technology
Right.
changes as well. So policies do need to be updated on a pretty regular basis. I would also say that a lot of policies are very inaccurate. So, for example, business owners love to say that they don't share personal information, but it's almost impossible to have a modern website without sharing it. Great example, you
Yeah.
have an email newsletter list. People submit their information and you input their email into ActiveCampaign to send that email. You're sharing that information with ActiveCampaign.
Okay.
WordPress stores a copy of your contact form submissions on its back end that's sharing information with them. So you have to make sure that your policies are not just up to date, but that they're also accurate.
Yeah. All right. Remind me, how much is a basic license for Termageddon?
Yeah, so we're $119 per year
Okay.
for one website, and that includes all the policies, it includes all the coverage and all the laws. So we don't charge by law or anything like that. We don't charge per disclosure. Everything's included in that one cost.
So I would imagine it would cost you a heck of a lot more money to have a lawyer keep up with this stuff and
For
have that person communicate with your developer to keep your website up to date. It would be a lot more than $120 a year.
Absolutely, and that's
That'd be
kind of
$120 a
why,
minute.
yeah. And that's why we created Termageddon, is to kind of bridge that gap. There's a lot of small businesses that cannot afford a lawyer or their services. I would definitely say that if you do have this in the budget, I would definitely recommend contacting a lawyer and having them review your policies or having them keep it up to date or provide you legal advice with this. Because as a software provider, we can't provide legal advice. That's something we cannot do. That's something
Right.
only a law firm can do. So if you have it in your budget, I would definitely encourage you to do that. But a lot of small businesses don't. That's just the reality of the situation. So we're there to
Right.
kind of bridge that gap, to get something comprehensive in place, something that's auto updating, even if you can't afford the legal service part.
Yeah. You mentioned for one website. What are the options for multiple sites, and who wants to do that? Like, I'm a developer. I have a ton of clients. I don't think I want to get a bulk license and give it to them. Would it be somebody who owns many websites?
Yeah, so this is the pricing for end clients. So for people who are a business owner and they have a website, if you have more than one website, definitely feel free to contact us because we do offer, like, buy one get one free or something like that. We can definitely work with you. For developers, we have our agency partner program. So that's for website designers, developers, or marketing agencies. So with that program, we actually offer you a free license so that you can test out our product and make sure it's a good fit for your clients. And
Excellent.
then you have two options. So option one, you can work as an affiliate. So we give you a affiliate link and a promo code that gives your clients a discount off their first purchase. And then with the affiliate program, we will also help them set up their policies as well. They can book a complimentary onboarding call with us. And then you get paid commissions for the lifetime of that client for as long as they pay us. You also have
Okay.
the option as a reseller to purchase licenses from us at wholesale rates, and then resell them to your clients. We don't offer the onboarding program there just because of the cost, but you can
Sure.
share the license with the client. They can answer the questionnaire and set everything up themselves. And that way you can bill your clients for the full retail rate while you're only paying us the wholesale rate. And with that, you can buy licenses one at a time. And we also offer bulk package deals that are even better discounts too.
Okay. Can you tell me a little more about the onboarding program? Is that like with a
Yeah.
human?
Yes, we don't use AI in any part of our process. So
Okay.
basically, what you do is you introduce us to the client in an email. You CC onboardings at termageddon.com. We reach out to them, say, hey, here's a link to look at our calendar. Please book a call for a date and time that works for you. If they don't reply, we will also follow up with them so the agency doesn't have to do that. And then they get on a call with us and we take them through the entire process from signing up to answering the policy questions, to sharing the license with the agency so that they can put the policy embed codes on the site. So we help them figure everything out. If they're not sure, oh, I don't know what personal information my website collects, or I don't know if I have Google Analytics. We will go on their website
Right.
and we will help them figure that out and help them get everything set up.
That's really really cool. That's $120 worth right there.
Yeah, we don't
You know.
charge for the onboarding call itself. So that part is complimentary. And yes, it's definitely with one of our humans. So you will have either Katie, Ricky, or Hans helping your clients get everything set up.
How many humans do you have there?
So there's about 10 of us. There's quite a few of us on the development and engineering side. And then in terms of the client facing side, we have Trevor, who does our marketing. We have Hans, Ricky, and Katie, who do support and onboarding calls. And then also we have myself, and I do kind of a mishmash of everything. So you might get a
Yeah.
support answer from me, or you might get a support answer from one of them too.
All right. So, we're doing this video because I was going to make a tutorial about Termageddon, and you told me things that made me think, wait, there's many more things I don't know. Is there anything I haven't asked about? Do you have some cool feature that we haven't talked about
Yeah.
yet?
So one of the cool features that we have for agencies is you can start a license for your client. So for example, some clients just, agencies know everything there is to know about the website, right? Like, what
Right.
stuff you put on there. So you can go in and start the license for the client and answer the technical questions. So like,
Uh-huh.
the site has reCAPTCHA or the site has analytics or it has the Facebook pixel. And then you
Right.
can share that license with the client and then they can answer the more business questions like who should be contacted to exercise privacy rights or who do you want to offer privacy rights to. So it's a great kind of in-between medium where you can get everything started and then give the rest to the client. And when you get everything started, you get the embed codes right then and there. So you can put
Okay.
everything on the site. It'll just say coming soon until the client finishes answering all the
Right.
questions. You can generate their policies. So you don't have to go back and forth with them. You can just set it up initially, put the embed codes on the site. You don't have to wait for the client to finish answering everything to do your part. And then once the client finishes answering and doing their part, then the policy text displays properly on the site, which is just
Yeah.
really nice. Also for agencies, we have a website policies waiver, which is an extremely popular tool that we offer. You don't even have to use Termageddon to use it. But basically what it says is that I built this website, but I'm not responsible for your compliance. You as a client are
Right.
responsible for making sure that your website is compliant. And then what do you want to do? Do you not want to have policies on your site at all? Do you want to have your lawyer provide these policies? Do you want to provide them to me myself? Or do you want to use Termageddon? And you can take that part out if you're not using Termageddon. But it just
Right.
helps communicate to your clients, hey, I told you about this. I told you that this is important. I told you that this is your responsibility.
Right.
What do you want to do next? So that one's really, really popular with our agency partners.
Once they get sued, do you have an "I told you so" message?
Yeah, so it's a great way to document that because, a lot of people, a lot of businesses are getting sued right now under the California Invasion of Privacy Act for
Yeah.
tracking visitors from California without their consent. And a lot of them may want to blame the agency. But if you already communicated
Mm.
this to them in writing, you already had them sign off on this, you can just say,
Right.
hey, you signed this, right? You agree that this is your responsibility and that's as far as it goes in terms of the agency. And a big word of caution for agencies, check your contracts, make sure that you're not promising compliance. I've seen a
Mm-hmm.
lot of templates floating around online with agency contracts where it does say that, and you definitely don't want to say that, especially right now with all this crazy litigation going on.
Yeah. That's amazing. I've been migrating some sites lately, and uh, the the various platforms I've been using have been very hands off. Like,
Mhm.
here's our service, there's the documentation, have a good time.
Yeah.
Um, like when you're talking about, we will help you, we will talk to you, you can talk to a human. It sounds so wonderful.
I know what you mean.
I wish everyone did this.
Yeah, I've had that experience where you like have an issue and you try to call somebody, and after like 30 automated prompts, you have to like scream into the phone, let me talk to a human,
Yep.
or maybe you submit a ticket and you have to wait months for a reply that's not even a reply. It's like a link to an article that has nothing what to do with what you're looking for. And honestly, I hate that experience. Like everyone hates that experience.
Yeah.
So we definitely aim to provide a better level of support than that. And for all of our clients, or even people who are just interested in this stuff, just reach out and we're happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah. All right. I don't have any more questions. Do you have any more cool things to tell me?
I don't think so. I mean, I think
Okay.
that if you want to learn more about us, termageddon.com. If
Yeah.
you have any questions about this, reach out. We have a contact form. We will make you agree to our privacy policy. Um, and yeah, we love talking about this stuff. So if anybody ever has any questions, definitely feel free to reach out.
All right. Great. I'm going to take the knowledge I learned here and go make some cool videos about Termageddon.
Awesome. Sounds great.
All right. I will talk to you later then.
Thank you.
As always, be sure to leave questions and comments in the comment section below.